Hello everybody and welcome to your episode of All About Space with me, Christophe Paget. At Starbase, work continues at high pace with further updates of the orbital launch mount. For example, we can see here repairs or replacements of booster quick disconnect hood and one of Mechazilla arm hydraulic actuator. Now look at the size of this arm pulley compared to the worker next to it. What a massive structure, and we do not really realize the extent of that until you see that person next to it. The tank farm is getting a wall extension now, with further forms being erected and lots of more tubing prepared and added to it. You can see that workers are happy at work. A bit of dancing here and there, that's nice to see. The Star Factory gradually gets its latest expansion frame and some panels installed. The new office building is progressing on the right hand side of the Star Factory, and SpaceX team is experimenting with different adhesive on its thermal protection tiles, probably because of the integrated flight test number 3. We could see debris being generated during the Starship number 28 descent. You could see several areas of the ship tiles being installed using a blue adhesive, whilst on the nose area a red adhesive was used. Now you could see also here the staff installing the nose tiles. It is a rather fiddly process to do so, as you could see, especially when this is the second time that they install these tiles on the nose section. So evidently seeking an improvement in adhesion for IFT number 4. You can see how ready is ship 30 in the new Mega Bay with all these tiles completed. Well, they might have to be removed in the near future to apply a new adhesive that currently ship 29 is experimenting. Now, what is new for the viewers is the white base at the bottom of ship 30. It is taller than other bases as it is designed to easily install engines onto the ship. I have not spoken much about Massey sites recently, but in fact, lots of activities is happening there too, where SpaceX is building a static fire stand with a traditional trench for funneling the exhausts. Now, what you see now is the bespoke stand for such a static fire testing. I do not often mention the Falcon 9 fairing either. A fisherman in Baja California witnessed one of the Falcon 9 fairing halves landing on water, a rather smooth operation caught on camera and shown on X. The fairing looks in a really good state. SpaceX recovery ship called Go Beyond was then seen approaching the fairing location for recovery and returning to harbor along with the drone ship hosting the Falcon 9 booster. In December 2019 and May 2022, Boeing carried out the flight test number 1 and 2, which both ended up with issues and rework requested by NASA, delaying the program by 4.5 years. Now, you may remember the issues encountered ranged from thrusters malfunctioning, undersized parachute strings, and wire sleeve lacking heat resistance, and several more non-compliances, highlighted by NASA and the Boeing team as well. Now, numerous upgrades and fixes were carried out. NASA was finally satisfied to allow a crew to board the next launch. Indeed, Boeing Space finally rolled out the Starliner spacecraft for its third and hopefully last commercial crew flight test mission, scheduled to launch on May the 6th from Florida Space Launch Complex 41. Now, the spacecraft has been placed atop its ULA Atlas V rocket for stacking operations. NASA astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams are the first to launch aboard the Boeing Starliner spacecraft to the International Space Station. Now, they will spend about a week at the orbiting laboratory before the crew capsule makes a parachute and airbag-assisted landing in the southwestern United States. After successful completion of the mission, NASA will begin the final process of certifying Starliner and its systems for crewed rotation missions to the space station. I will for sure cover this launch in the next episode, so do subscribe to not miss this event. The other bit of news is regarding the Mars sample return mission, which was facing severe budget restrictions, which meant that NASA is back to the drawing board and is now seeking cheap and low-risk proposals from industries to carry out this mission. NASA is much too expensive, as we have seen with the Artemis program, and we are seeing more and more such offload of activities entirely to industries under the supervision of NASA and I believe ESA as well. 15th of April, SpaceX launched a batch of Starlink from Florida for its mission Group 649. What was special about this flight is its booster, which landed safely on a drone ship after a successful 20 flights, the oldest of its fleet so far. So well done, SpaceX. 2 days later, it was the China Aerospace Science and Technology Corporation with a flight of its Long March 2D for its mission SuperView Neo 301 from China. April 17th, SpaceX launched another batch of Starlink for its Group 651 out of Florida. The booster landed on a drone ship for the 12th time. And the next day, SpaceX sent its little sister Group 652 from Florida as well. The booster landed on a drone ship for its 7th time. So here is the summary of rocket launches as of the 18th of April 2024. So this year, a grand total of 73 rockets were successfully launched out of 76, and that comprises 46 successful launches from an American company, 15 from a Chinese, 6 from a Russian, 2 from a Japanese, 2 from an Iranian, and 2 from an Indian company. I leave you this week with Space Fire from NASA's A-pod of the IC405, also known as the Flaming Star Nebula, and we can guess why, located in the constellation of Auriga. Now, it is located at 1630 light years away, or 15.4 quadrillion kilometers, or as well 9.6 quadrillion miles. In the center, we can observe a blue star known as AE Aurigae, a so-called fugitive star because they were born in the region of the Orion Nebula about 2.7 million years ago, and from there ran away, dispersing in the Milky Way. IC405 shines with the radiation received from AE Aurigae, which ionizes its hydrogen gases and gives it a red color, and the blue spots are caused by the reflection of the blue light of the star on the dark dust. That was your episode of All About Space. Thank you for watching. I am Christophe Paget and see you next week. Goodbye.